What up, guys? 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 It's your boy Fanlake Mamba. You already know, bro. You already know, man. We're in the building, bro. You don't wanna mess with me, man. You don't wanna mess with me, man. You don't wanna mess with the Mamba, man. Guys, today we're doing something that is slightly different, but I believe it's something that is gonna impact you and is gonna give you so much value. So that's why that's why we decided to implement this way so that we can go through the analysis live with you so that we can ask questions if you feel like there's something that you need to ask as well. Yeah. So yeah guys, make sure that you are in. I want to see people who are in the building. I want to see people who are in the building. I want to see people who are in the building. I want to see people who are in the building. Let me just check. Okay, cool. I want to see guys people joining me now. I wanna see. He just sent a link or I'm live now.
So now you can see the chats.
Yeah. I wanna confirm something. Okay, cool. Yeah. So guys, without further more waste of time of your time, so today's video is gonna be based on finding your entries, but looking at what at small time frame and as well as high time frame. That's what I'm saying, man. Okay, so yeah, so okay, guys. Without further more waste of time, let's get down to it. So what do we have, guys? Here, usually we have market does this. Let's say now we are on H4 time frame. Then on H4 time frame, that is where we identify our key areas. On H4 time frame, that is where we identify what our key areas. Let's say now we have what we have price pushing all the way to the upside. Ne? We have price. The price is very, very what? It's very bullish. Ne? So when price is bullish, we start to see what? We start to see price doing this, what we call a retracement. Price is doing what? Is doing a retracement. Coming into what? Coming into this area of what? Of support. So now, as you can see that we have this area of support, guys, we cannot just enter in this what in this big area here. What is it that we have? We must have two things now. What is that we have? We have what we call a major key area and we have what we call minor key areas. So how does this work? So this helps us a lot when we are looking at what a smaller time frame when we're talking about what when we're talking about minor key areas. So what I literally do, I take my Fibonacci from the low to the high here. As you can see, I have the low and the high here. As you can see, just to make it a little bit more. As you can see, guys, I have my Fibonacci. This is my low and this is my high. So now you can see that price did come back to test what? To test this Fibonacci level here. As you can see, we did come to test this Fibonacci level here. So now, what is that we need to do now? Like, how do we find entries? That's the question now. Because of we already in the key area, which is our support, and now we are looking for what? We are looking for buying opportunities. Okay, cool. So now we want to see structure developing. We want to see structure developing to the upside. So now, why am I even drawing this? Why am I even showing you this, guys? Is because of I understand very, very well that whatever that's going to happen on H4, it's going to start on 15-minute time frame. I don't know if you understand me, guys. Whatever that's going to happen, or that we're going to see happening on H4, whether there's a start of a bullish momentum here, there's that start of a bullish momentum, we're gonna see it on smaller time frame. So that's where the minor and major key area comes into what? Into play. So now we have what? We have this minor key area here that are helping us with what? With entries. Wow, this is amazing. This is some sort of like very, very, very beautiful information that I'm dropping out here. Guys, make sure that you have a pen, a paper, so that you can take out this information. We're still gonna go to a real chart, and I'm gonna show you what is that I'm talking about. But now I just wanna explain it even further more. So guys, when I'm talking about this structure here, let me just take my pen. When I'm talking about this structure here, guys, is this structure, guys, is developing on what? On 15-minute time frame. This is what we call 15-minute. Um, okay. This is 15-minute what? Time frame. And then this is what is H4 uh, time frame. This is what is H4 time frame. So we have what? We have 15-minute time frame and we have H4 time frame. So now we are looking at these two things, guys. This overall structure here is the structure that we see on what? On H4 time frame. And then this overall structure that is developing is a structure that we see on what? On smaller time frame, which is my what? My 15-minute time frame. Let me just remove this. That we see on what? On my 15-minute time frame. So when we are looking for our entries, we're gonna enter here. We're gonna enter again here. We're gonna enter again here. Bear it in mind, whatever that you are looking out for here is the same thing that we are looking out for here. It's the same thing that we are looking out for here again. So you can see, guys, that now we are scaling into what? Into this position. Let me just I want to do something small, guys. Please just forgive me there. I want to okay, guys, please just give me a few seconds. Okay, cool. Okay, there's something that was disturbing me, but it's sorted now. So you want to be scaling in you want to be scaling in here in this position, looking forward for this bullish what? Bullish overall momentum or movement of what? Of structure. So now let me take you back to what? um, what? To the real chart. So now we're going to be discussing what? We're going to be discussing real chart. So let me just remove this before we can continue. Okay, so now let's go to our real chart, guys. This is our real chart now. So hey, Mr. Mamba, what are you talking about, man? Okay, now I'm gonna explain it even more further, guys. So now you can see, guys, that this is H4. So on our H4 time frame, we can see that we have what? We have this key area here. You can clearly see, guys, that okay, sorry about that. You can clearly see, guys, that now we have what? We have this key area, which is on our H4 time frame. You can see that price respected this key area here. This is very important, guys, to know how to draw your key areas as well. You can see that price did respect what? This key area here. And again, it did respect this key area here. What can you notice about this key area, guys, is that price manipulated this key area here. This was the manipulation, and we can see that here we did get that manipulation, even though it was not as big as it was previously. But we can see that this price is likely mostly to be manipulated by what? This area is most likely to be manipulated by price, I mean. So now I can see that I have two lines here, so I'm just gonna delete one, delete one, delete one, delete one. Okay, so now, guys, what is it that we are looking at for now? Let me just get this tool. I'm looking for this tool. Ellipse. I'm looking for this tool, ellipse. So now I'm just going to highlight this area so that when we go down to smaller time frame, we're not going to lose this area here. So now let us go down to our smaller time frame, guys. We are actually doing what we call top-down analysis. We are actually doing what we call top-down analysis. So you can see that now on H4 time frame, not so clear. On H1 time frame, I mean, let me just, on H1 time frame, not so clear, but one thing that you can see on H1 time frame, you can see that we have what? We have this double bottom formation that was created by what? By price. And then again, we have this structure that price did break above, came back for a retest, and then came back to retest this structure again, and then continued to push on further and further, and more, and then came back to test this structure again. So you can see that now this is what we call minor key areas. So now you can see that we have what? We have this reversal pattern here that was formed by price, and then we have what? We have price pushing to the upside, breaking this previous what? Previous higher lows because of we were in a downtrend, breaking these previous higher lows, making new previous higher highs, coming back to test these previous what? Higher lows, and then making new higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So you can see, guys, that that's basically the structure itself. But now we're not taking our positions on what? On H1, but we're taking our position on 15-minute time frame. So let's go to 15-minute time frame. If I didn't lose it, okay, let me see. I still have it. Voila, voila. Okay, guys. So now we're gonna start somewhere here. Let me just okay. Let me see. A replay button. Cool. Okay, guys. So now, guys, you can literally see, guys, now that we have this major key area on our H4, of which I can just remove it because I already know that we are at the key area here. Everything that has been happening here, guys, you can see that there's a lot of choppiness of price. There's a lot of manipulation that has been happening here. So this is what we call we have a downtrend, and then you see price starting to form a consolidation, and then you start to see price pushing to the upside. So this is what we call a market cycle. This is what we call market cycle. So now, guys, you can see that this is the most important point for us. Why am I saying that? Because if you can see that this is the clearest point that was not manipulated by price. You can see that we had this area here, but it was manipulated by price, continued to shoot to the downside, but it couldn't break below this area. So we were just stuck inside this box, which I usually call it Mamba breakout. For my students, we call it a Mamba breakout. Okay, we call it let me just put in Mamba breakout. So we call it what? We call it Mamba breakout. They know. So now, guys, you can see that we have structure breaking above, coming back for a retest. I call this candlestick, we call this candlestick a gambler candlestick. So what does a gambler candlestick does? A gambler candlestick convinces people to do what? To sell or to buy, then the market moves into the intended direction. It's always that candlestick that moves in opposite direction to convince people to enter short, because of you can see that this is a lot of impulsive move to the downside. But because of we understand market cycle, and we understand that we were in a downtrend and then we were stuck in a consolidation, so more chances that now we have broken above this key area, most chances that we're going to come back for a retest are a little bit more chances that we're going to come for this retest are a little bit more than continuing to push all the way to the downside. So now you can see that eventually we did get this retest we're looking for. So you can enter long, can enter our long position, put a stop loss just below these areas to make sure that everything is safe, and then your target 1:2 for me. Usually when I'm sending a signal or anything, I just take 1:2, and then whatever that the market is going to give me on top of that, then I utilize and work with it. So now you can literally see, guys, that we have 1:2 as our what? As our first entry at the break of this one. You can see, guys, that whatever that I did here is what I was showing you on the whiteboard, but now I'm doing it on what? On a real chart to show you guys that this thing really does work. So you can see that we have this rejection candlestick. Usually the next candlestick that comes, it engulfs the body of this candlestick, but in this case we didn't get that. Still fine, nothing too personal. So you can see, guys, that now we are pushing to the upside. Let me just play it a little bit more. So guys, you can see that now we are pushing to the upside, and we did indeed break above this area here. We did break above this key area. So what is that I'm looking out for? I'm looking for price to come back and test this area. Once price does come back and test these areas, I'm looking to scale in into this position. Whatever that I'm looking out for here is the same thing that I'm still looking out for here. So now I'm looking for a break and a retest, as simple as that. So now guys, you can literally see that I have this area here. This area for me is a very important key area. Why am I saying that? Is because of this area, guys. You can see that price was respecting this area, created a double top formation. So even here, I'm still looking out for what? For that area. But now I'm gonna put my stop loss somewhere here below, and then I'm targeting anything that's gonna give me what? That's gonna give me 2%. Most fortunately, is that my 2%, guys, as you can see, my 2% is just above this area. So we're most likely to hit our target. I wouldn't really like to draw a key area here. Reason being is because of I don't want to have a lot of key areas at the same place. I don't like having a lot of key areas in the same in the same area, but yeah, it is what it is. So now let me just keep on and playing this. You can see that we have what we have. This, we still have what we still have this gambler candlestick coming back into structure to test this structure. Likely we still survive this in this position because we entered. Okay, in this position actually we're gonna be entering at the close of this what of this candlestick. So that's where we enter. Once we see that price did was able to hold from breaking below these areas, once we confirm that price is able to hold below these areas, then that's when we're entering our position. But if it does break below this key area here that we have, then we'll be like, okay, let me stay out of what of this position, because of I can clearly see that this area was violated by what, by price. So now we're entering our what, our buys. Okay, so guys, you can see that we almost hit our stop loss, but we didn't hit our stop loss. So that could be basically based on how we throw our key area. So you can see that if we were to modify our key area, we will be looking out to take out all these wicks here. Then we will be looking for our entry somewhere below here, but it's cool, it's fine. Our stop loss was in place, so we managed to survive in this trade. So guys, here we're not talking about trade management. If we were talking about trade management, I would have told you how to manage this trade as well, because of we shouldn't be making profit like this and then you give back all that profit that we've already made from what, from the chart. So now guys, let's continue. Let's continue guys with our real chart analysis, because here guys I'm just showing you the real chart analysis as to what is that I'm looking out for. So guys, you can see that now I'm waiting for price to break both these areas. Once price do break above these both areas, then that's when I'm going to be waiting for what, for a retest, because now we do understand that price is what, is bullish. Price is what, is bullish. So when price is bullish, you want to be looking forward for buying opportunities instead of looking for selling opportunities, because if you don't want to be trading against the trend, but you want to be trading with the trend. So now let me just click on the replay button again. So eventually we do get that breakout. Let me just remove this. Eventually we do get that breakout, guys. So now let's see. We did get this retest, but I'm not really convinced. I'd really like to see price coming back for this nice clear retest here. If we're gonna get one, it didn't really come to tap into these areas, but you can see that we have what, we have this all week, so we can tap into these weeks, and then that's when we can find another entry for a bullish. So we enter at the candlestick close. We enter the candlestick close, putting our stop loss just below these areas here, a little bit more, because 17 pips stop loss is a little bit more, but this trade is still giving me what, it's still giving me 2%, so I'm fine and I'm happy with that. So eventually we finally hit our TP. So guys, you can literally see, eventually we did finally meet our TP. But guys, you can literally see that this is how we roll over about this method as to, whenever you look at these guys, this guys literally happens each and every day. This literally happens each and every day, like each and every day, guys. Even if you can just take my Fibonacci here, you can put it from here to here, you will see guys that this is 0.5, 0.61 was respected by price. And then again, you take your Fibonacci from here to here, you can see that price is coming back to test what? To test these areas here before continuing to push all the way to the upside. You can see that price it couldn't even break the 0.61, 0.5 zone. It turned exactly there and then continued to push all the way to the upside. So guys, this is what I call the break and a retest strategy, but using it with what? With H4 time frame, bigger time frame, to understand as to we do have what? We do have this major key era that was respected. Price created some sort of what? Price created some sort of a double bottom formation, and then now we're looking for price to continue pushing all the way to the upside. So what we're basically doing is the same process over and over and over again. Whenever price come, like for instance here, whenever we see that price has broken above this structure, guys, you can see that price did broke above this structure. So now we are going to 15-minute time frame to find our entries here. This is where we're finding out, we're finding our entries. We're finding our entries. Then again, once price breaks this structure, we go to smaller time frame to do what? To find our entries. So it is simple as that, guys. You can see that we have what? We have a break and price come back for what? For a retest. As you can see, price do come for a retest. And now we're waiting for another break and price come for what? For a retest. So guys, you can see that it's always as simple as that. But it doesn't really happen overnight. You still need to know what is that you are looking out for you to look out for those what buying opportunities or selling opportunities in trend. But overall, once you know that price is looking bullish, then you know that you're looking for buys. You're looking for buys at the end of what? Of retracement. You're looking for buys at the end of what? Of retracement. So you can see that we have what? We have this bullish momentum each and every time we have what? We have started. Because remember, price doesn't just go up and then go down. Price when push, it does what? Does a retracement. Go up, go up. Go down, go up. Go down, go up. So price does this. So this is a place for us to take advantage of. This is where we're taking what? We're taking advantage. These areas here, this is where we're taking what? Advantage of. As like that, guys, that's one thing that people fail to understand is consistency. You need to keep on repeating this same process over and over again until it dwells into your mind. Like for instance, even here, guys, you can see that we call a double top formation. So now you can see that we have a double top formation. What do? We roll down to smaller time frame to find these structures that are forming on smaller time frame. Once we do find these structures, then we capitalize on this whole move to the downside, looking forward for selling opportunities, because we already have what? We already have this reversal, what? This reversal pattern. This, it happens each and every day, guys. It happens each and every day. This happens each and every day, guys. Each and every day. Just take this information that I just gave you now and go and backtest this information, guys. Then yeah, Mamba, please have a look at gold. I can see here someone is saying I should look at gold. Let's see what we have in gold. I see everyone is interested in gold. Let's see what we have in gold, guys. I see everyone is interested. But guys, how are you finding the session? How are you finding the session? On gold, guys. Currently, I was seeing this level of resistance. I was hoping it will hold price here because you can see that we have some sort of ascending structure here. You can see, but it's clear to me that we are looking for some sort of what? Some sort of a third touch here. As you can see, we have what? We have our upper trend line and we have our lower trend line here. Let me just adjust it a bit more. I was hoping, guys, price tend to do this sometimes. We have what? We have ascending type pattern, then we have price coming back, first touch, second touch, and then what's going to happen on this touch is that we're going to see price coming and then printing a double top formation here and then push to the downside. So I was hoping that this is what price it will do, but I already see that now price has already broken above this key area here. So what is that I'm looking out for now, guys, on gold? I'll be looking out for gold to start to do some sort of ascending type of structure here. Once gold does this ascending type of structure, I'll be looking forward for shorting opportunities. As simple as that. It's always like that, guys. Once gold does give me that structure. But one thing you can understand about gold as well, guys, that we are in a consolidation era here. As you can see, we had what? We have the impulsive move, then we are consolidation era. So long term, we're going to be looking at what? At bullish momentum. Understanding market structure. We understand that the market is very, very bullish. How do we know that the market is very bullish? We don't just look at this only piece of price action, but we understand from down. You can see that market has been making what has been making structure. You can see that came back for a retest, pushed to the upside, came back for a retest. So we're expecting price to continue pushing all the way to the upside. So now here you want to be buying low and you want to be waiting for price to break above and you sell, you buy once price come for what? For some sort of a retest. So basically, guys, I don't know what's gonna literally happen on NFP because probably you guys are asking most about gold because of you wanna be trading NFP. But one thing that I can tell you, and I can tell you guys, that we have broken above this key area here on our, you can see that this structure has been developing on what, on 50-minute time frame. Even though we didn't come back to test this area, but we created another double bottom here to give our people chance to what, to enter. This double bottom was giving people a chance to enter into what, into this position. You can see that now we've broken above this area here, so we might be looking as this area here as the target for this particular point in time, and then also as what, as a third touch, and also as what, as a third touch. We might be looking for a third touch and some sort of what, a target in these areas. But our target will be based on if we do get some sort of probably a retest of this area, then we're going to be looking for buying opportunities. This session was awesome, boss. Thanks, thanks, thanks. This dope, man. I like it. Darren Element, very informative. Thanks. Very informative. Thank you, Mamba. This is absolutely incredible. Can we please, okay, Mamba, please have a look at gold. Definitely, I've just did. Thank you so much, guys. If you do find this session to be informative, really means a lot to me. Your feedback, guys. Wow, the first time for chasers live. Nice one, Mama. Stop messing with me, man. Bro, don't mess with me, bro. Don't mess with me, man. Don't mess with me, man. Don't mess with me. But guys, overall, looking at gold, we broke above, and you can see that this candlestick, guys, is an impulsive what? Impulsive candlestick. And looking at market structure, you can clearly see, guys, that we are looking at what? A bullish structure. As I was telling you guys about what happens in smaller time frame is what starts from what? From bigger time frame. As you can see, even in bigger time frame, we are looking at what? At a bullish momentum. But if you go to 15-minute time frame, it's gonna be even more clear to say this is where we find our entries, and then we continue pushing all the way to the upside. So guys, you can literally see that we have what, and even if you don't, you can just be like, okay, we have what, we have a push, we have this push to the upside, we have a consolidation, and then we have another push. So it's like impulse, correction, and impulse. Nasdaq is at a sensitive area. Can we check out USDT for the next week, because I'm expecting a bullish momentum? Bong Menzi. USDT is really bullish, guys. USDT is really bullish. Yeah, USDT is really bullish. USDT is really bullish. But yeah, USDT is really bullish, guys. It's really bullish. Let me just go to my H4 time frame. On my H4 time frame, guys, you can see that we've been pushing all the way to the upside. We've been pushing all the way to the upside. We are at this consolidation, so we expect price to continue pushing to the upside. So probably to these areas as our first target, and then we're looking for further more new highs on USDT, probably making new highs. We can expect that as well, unless maybe if we hear fundamentals about what this thing corona messing with people. But yeah, this is my analysis on USDT, probably on 15-minute time frame. You can see, guys, that this is structure. I got my first entry here. I was in this position today in the morning. Yeah, today in the morning, I couldn't enter this one. I couldn't enter this one, but this one is the one that I found to be promising for me. And then again, this was another entry. I couldn't enter in this position as well. But you can see that we broke again. This was another entry for me. So now I'm waiting for price to break above. Once price do break and come back for a retest, I'm going to find another entry here of a scaling inward, scaling in position. But nonetheless, we can still come and make this double bottom and then continue. Even once we do come to these areas, that's another entry for me, pushing all the way to the upside. So basically, I'm trying to keep it easy and simple, guys. I'm trying to keep it as easy as simple as I can. But one thing that I understand, overall, we are looking at what? A bullish structure. You can see that overall, we are looking at a bullish structure. But once we break above here, guys, once we break above here, trust me, we are gone. Once we break above here, guys, we are looking at these areas. Let me just go to H4. Once we break above, guys, that area, we are looking at this area as our target. Once we break above, guys, we are looking at these areas as our target. I'm telling you, guys, I'm telling you. You're going to come back and reflect to this session to say, Mamba did say this. Once we break above this area, guys, once we break above this area, we're gone, we're gone, we're gone. You can't. Don't mess with me, Mamba. Very helpful. I'll be marking money soon. Labor. Powerful, powerful. Very informative. Thank you, Mamba, for sharing the knowledge. Truly appreciate, brother. Powerful, powerful, my brother. Thanks for that. I needed a second opinion. Powerful. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now it's me, your boy, Fanaka Mamba. I'm out of the building. I'm out of the building. I'm out of the building. Let there be peace in the Middle East. Now, brothers and sisters, be safe.